Hello, kids. Hope you all are doing good and staying safe and healthy at home. First of all, thank you for liking and subscribing my video. So, here's my next video for class 6, chapter 2 of science, components of food. As the chapter is quite big, so I will discuss the chapter in 3 parts. So, let's begin with the part 1 of chapter 2. In this chapter, I will try to cover all these points starting from the revision of the previous chapter, proceeding towards carbohydrates and then proteins. So, in this chapter, I will basically discuss carbohydrates and proteins only. So, let's recall our previous chapter, food. In our previous chapter, we have studied about the food that it is an essential requirement of all the living things. Whether plants, animals, or human beings, they all need food to survive. And we have discussed about the nutrients and ingredients definition. Food that we eat consists of one or many ingredients, and these ingredients we get from plants or animals in the form of food, in the form of the material they give us. And we have also discussed about the main functions of the food, that is, they provide us energy to play, to study, energy for everything that we need. Second function we had studied about food is that it helps in the growth of our body. And the third and the foremost important function is that it helps in building our immunity. It keeps the diseases away. And we have also discussed that different foods, they have different type of ingredients and thus they differ in the type of nutrients they provide. Like for example, wheat and rice, they are rich in carbohydrates, while milk, it is rich in proteins and vitamins. So it is important to consume variety of food every day. Okay, now it's about nutrients and nutrition. What is the difference between nutrients and nutrition? Most of us get confused many of the times that what are nutrients and what is nutrition. So nutrients, they are the materials or the substances that are present in the food and which basically gives us the energy to function. And these nutrients, these are called as the components of food. The chapter is all about the components of food, so there is nothing to get confused about. Components of food is nothing else but it is the nutrients that we are getting from the food. And what is nutrition? Nutrition is the energy that we are getting from the food that we are eating. So ingredients, they give us the nutrients, and nutrients in turn, they give us the nutrition. So it is like ingredients, nutrients, and then nutrition. I hope you got it. So different nutrients that are present in the food that should be there, they are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, water, roughage, vitamins and minerals. So components of food, nutrients of food, we basically categorize them into two categories, macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients, they are the nutrients that people need to eat regularly to have large amount of energy, and these include carbohydrates, proteins, fats, water and roughage. The nutrients that people need in large quantity, we call them as macronutrients, and these are these 5 nutrients. And the micronutrients, these are the nutrients that we need in the small amounts. People, they need them in their diet in the small amounts, and this include vitamins and minerals. In this PPT, I will discuss only carbohydrates and proteins. Okay, so proteins we get from milk, carbohydrates we get them from potato, and this broccoli, it provides us the vitamins. So let's discuss about carbohydrates first. Carbohydrates, they are also called as the energy giving food. Why so? Because they provide energy in the form of calories that our body need so that it can work and support other functions as well. So carbohydrates, that is why they are known as the energy giving food. The major form of carbohydrate in food, they are sugar, starch and cellulose. So they are found in our body in the form of sugar, starch and cellulose. So, but the thing is that sugar and starch, so human beings, they can consume sugar and starch easily. They can digest them easily, but they cannot digest cellulose easily. Why so? Because cellulose needs some special type of enzymes, some special type of bacteria to digest, and these type of bacteria, they are present in the grass eater animals like cows, buffaloes, horses, goats. They all have that special type of bacteria which can help them in digesting the cellulose. But have you ever seen any human being eating grass? No, because they do not have that special bacteria. Now, where do we get our carbohydrates from? So, we get carbohydrates from many things, but few of them are, we get carbohydrates from sugar, honey, jaggery, banana. All these items, they provide us the carbohydrates. Now, uh, it's like we need carbohydrates in some particular amount. If we take them in excess amount, then it may cause obesity or inactiveness. Obesity is when a person, it becomes excessive fat, when fat deposits all over his body, and it makes him to work improperly. The person, he is not able to work properly because of the fat that gets deposited on his body. That condition, it is called as the obesity, and that is mainly because of the excessive consumption of carbohydrates. And if a person does not take the amount that has to be taken of carbohydrate, then it may cause weakness and loss of weight. Now, different type of carbohydrates are available in different forms. So, two major type of carbohydrates that are present, they are the simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. We categorize carbohydrates mainly into two categories: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. So, simple carbohydrates, as the name indicates, they get directly absorbed in the blood. When we consume them, they not need to be digested. So what is the procedure of digestion? What we have learned, that we intake food, we chew them, it get digested, and then the digested food, it circulates in the blood, then it provides us the energy. But in simple carbohydrates like glucose, they not need to be digested first, they directly get absorbed by our blood. That is why the patient, a severe condition patient, the person who is having a severe condition, doctors advise them, or doctors provide them glucose first, glucose drip first, because they cannot wait for the food to be digested first and then provide them the energy to the patient. They provide them with the glucose drip so that they can have instant energy. And that is also one major reason that the athletes, they they consume major carbohydrates, or they take the glucose drink before they start their athlete practice. So these are the simple carbohydrates. Example is that of the glucose. Now the second type of carbohydrates, they are the complex one, and they need to be digested first. They are absorbed by the body and then they release the energy. So first we eat them, then they get digested and then they release energy. Example of complex type of carbohydrates are starch, lactose, maltose. These are the complex type of carbohydrates. Now you must be wondering that you are taking the sufficient amount of carbohydrates. But how will you conclude that the food that you are eating, it has the carbohydrate or not in it? So there are certain tests which you can perform to check the presence of carbohydrates. So we have studied that sugar and starch, they are type of carbohydrates. So to check the presence of sugar in the given food item, first of all, we take the food in a test tube. Then we have to put some water in it. And then we have to add Benedict solution. Benedict solution, it is easily available in the market. So few drops of Benedict solution. It is of aqua blue color. And then we heat it. So if the color changes from green, yellow or red, it shows that the sugar is present in it. Okay, so depending on the amount of sugar present from low to high, it shows the presence of sugar. So if the sugar in the given food item, it is very low, then it will show green color. If it is little more higher, then yellow color. And if it is in good quantity, the sugar is in good quantity, then this food will change its color to red. So this is the test to perform to check the sugar in our food item. Now the next test which will be perform is that of the starch. In this, we take a petri dish and we take a potato or any given food item which you want to test. Some few drops of iodine solution on the given food item and the color changes to blue black, then it shows the presence of starch in it. So these are very interesting tests which we can perform to check the presence of carbohydrates. So now next move to our next nutrient, that is proteins. Proteins, they are also called as body building foods. Why so? Because if we do not eat proteins in our diet, our body will not be able to replace the old cells and they will not build the new ones. Okay. One more thing about protein is that protein requirement varies with age. People of different age, they need different amount of protein. Like kids, they need more amount of proteins, whereas adults, they do not need that much amount. Most of our body parts like hair, nails, muscles, blood, they all are made up of proteins. But from where do we get proteins? We get proteins mainly from eggs, milks, nuts, almonds, fish, meat, etc. And again, as we have studied in our earlier classes, and we know that excess of everything is harmful, or if we do not take that proper amount, it may be again harmful. So deficiency of proteins, they cause stunted growth. Stunted growth means the person or the kids, they will not develop into a proper heighted person. They will not develop their height like that of their classmates or their fellow mates. Second important thing to be noted about the deficiency of proteins, that it may cause mental retardation in children, whereas in adults, deficiency of proteins, they may cause graying hair at the early age. Graying hair means whitening of hair. They may cause rough hair. The person who is deficient of proteins, they do not have smooth silky hair, and it may cause skin problems as well. These problems, they are in adults only because of the deficiency of proteins. So it is very important to have the sufficient amount. Now, like as we have done it for carbohydrates, we will again test for the presence of proteins in our food item, whether the given food item, whether the food that we are eating is having the proper amount of protein or not, whether the given food is having the protein or not. So for that, I have taken here raw white egg. You can take any food item which you want to test. You can put 2 drops of copper sulfate solution in it. Okay, for raw white egg I am taking, it's not mean like I am putting the complete full egg in it. You take the grinded food item, put some water and add sulfate solution in it. Shake it well and then add 10 drops of caustic soda. If the color it turns into violet color, like here, if it turns into violet purplish color, then it shows that protein is present in it. So that's all about carbohydrates and proteins. Don't forget to watch the continuation of this chapter, in which we will be discussing about rest of our nutrients. If you have any queries, you can ask in the comment section. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and please don't forget to subscribe to my video and share it. Bye for now. Take care. Stay safe.